obviously you guys started in 2018-ish, 2017, 2018, give or take. That's like a million years when you look back on all the things that have happened in terms of pandemics and wars and just kind of there's so much volatility and unpredictability in the world. There were, I mean, like undeniably, there were stress tests during this, whether it was COVID or the collapse of the Silicon Valley Bank or anything like that. It's just things that are completely out of control. What do moments like that happen in the world? What do they reveal about some of the systems that are in place, whether or not whether before they underwent digital transformation or now post transformation? What can you tell us about how some of these stress tests in the world um, cause these systems to react?
Yeah. So kind of really kind of, when we talk about the kind of legacy stack that a lot of, asset managers and banks still kind of have in production today, we've seen kind of in COVID was a kind of, case in point. Suddenly kind of everybody was home, kind of trading levels kind of in March of 2020 went kind of through the roof. The level of a number of exceptions, the market was also very volatile, kind of, very obviously. And kind of, just the level of exceptions and kind of think kind of, all the alerts that people got were kind of, at a heightened level. I think kind of people have told us it was kind of, at least kind of 50% up every day. And it's not like these institutions had more people kind of to handle all these exceptions. They actually had fewer people because some people were sick, some people were kind of, just kind of, unable to work because of everything that was going on in the world. And they had to do much more with actually less. And that kind of really showed that kind of, the legacy systems were built kind of, they sort of work on a day to day, but when you have kind of, slight deviation from the mean, the systems are very reliant on kind of a lot of people, right? Because they do the bare bones on technology and it's kind of, they use it as a system of records, but a lot of the processing, because of these legacy systems have not evolved, was happening offline, right? In Excel, done by people. And kind of, in times like that, you see how kind of, just kind of the technology has not kept up with the needs of the industry of today. Another example is kind of not necessarily related to kind of, those specific kind of incidents that you mentioned, but, there have been kind of both technology glitches where kind of, a legacy system just kind of, the servers kind of crashed and, a large bank wasn't able to bring them up from disaster recovery. They had kind of, an operating system issue. And kind of really last summer, another kind of a situation where we faced and clients asked us to help them, where they were using a system that was kind of essentially breached in a ransomware event, and kind of clients didn't have access to their financial information, which meant that they couldn't keep kind of trading and valuing their assets. And those type of stresses, kind of, whether it's kind of a global kind of or a systemic issue, or just kind of, something that those legacy systems kind of experience, present kind of, one, an opportunity to see whether kind of the model really doesn't work, doesn't scale. And two, why kind of, modern platforms like FundGuard are the way for the future. So you're kind of, future proofed in terms of the technology and architecture and the way kind of, you need to be kind of set up for disasters or things that go off the rail. But also what you need in terms of scaling, right? And kind of, as you prepare for where kind of the new age with AI is taking kind of the world, with the legacy systems, because they're such kind of monolithic and batch based, they just don't carry the weight and can't kind of really interact with the infrastructure that kind of, is being kind of, as we speak, kind of being built in the world. And that's where kind of, really for us, we're seeing kind of, a continued a kind of increase in the traction that we're seeing with customers. And I would say, over the last 3 months, I've been barely home, kind of traveling, kind of to see a lot of kind of clients and prospects. Everybody is now thinking kind of, how do we remodel how we've worked over the last 30 years with the revolution of kind of, agentic AI and what's coming ahead of us. And that's where kind of, modern platforms are essential in order to be able to kind of, move at kind of an actually survive this transformation that it's coming.